I'm going to be talking about the fastest way to go from zero to $5,000 per month with online business as a complete beginner. Now, in 2019, I started out by working for one of my close friends' Facebook ads agency, and I was doing social media management for his clients at the time. That's kind of how I got my introduction to this whole thing. Fast forward a couple of years, I started to build out my own social media management company, and it didn't really provide me with an actual income and something that I can live off of and a foundation to build off of until I started using Upwork. Now, this is not one of those crazy new hacks for 2025 or 2026, whatever you want to call it. This is something that people have been doing for a while, and I'm still going to continue to do it because it just works for me. And I feel like it can work for the rest of you too if you really just put your mind to it. Also, if you wanted to ask me questions directly about Upwork, definitely join my school community that just dropped. It's completely free to join. I'll be answering questions, doing discussions, answering any questions about SMMA or just life in general. When the first 50 members join, I'm going to start to do some live Q&A calls, and we'll also do some live work sessions together. Again, it's completely free, so click the first link in my description to join. Okay, let's talk about it. So how can you go from $0 to $5,000 per month with Upwork? First off, let me just make my screen a little bit smaller here. What other way of getting clients do you know that you have your clients explicitly saying, I'm looking for this service and I'm willing to pay this much? And what I mean by that is when you make a cold call, you're calling a complete random business who, quite honestly, is probably not looking to buy the service that you're offering. You're calling them, interrupting their day, trying to essentially take their money. On Upwork, what makes Upwork better than all of these other methods is that the clients are coming to you and they're actively saying, look, I am looking for someone to do this service and I will pay you money for it. That in itself kind of makes Upwork the strongest way to get clients, in my opinion. And again, we're talking about as a beginner, if you want to go from 0 to 5K per month. If you're looking to get to 100K per month, 200K per month, I'm probably not your guy. I don't think I'd be able to help you right now, and Upwork might not be the best option for that, but to get to that point, you have to start somewhere, and if you're at 0, Upwork will definitely help you get from 0 to 5K. Now, you might be asking, what kind of services can I offer on Upwork? And I recommend ones that are low barrier to entry. And what I mean by that is stuff like video editing, content creation, social media management. And let me explain why. To become a video editor and practice your video editing skills, you don't even need to have a client. You can film a video of yourself, edit it, and do this a million times to practice until you get good at it without spending a single dollar, right? Once you've done that, you've already started to build out your portfolio a little bit, and now you're a video editor. You haven't even gotten paid for a single video editing job, but you've built your own experience and proven that you can do it. Same thing with content creation or social media management, right? Let's say I wanted to start helping YouTubers with TikTok videos and short form videos. What I can do is just go find my favorite YouTubers' videos, start clipping them up, editing them, making them TikTok videos, and now I'm a short form video creator, right? Because you don't have to wait for anyone to do these things. You could just do them yourself and start to build your portfolio. That's pretty much exactly what I did. I already had a little bit of experience with social media management, so when I came onto Upwork, it was a little bit easier to get my first couple of clients. But even if you have no experience, you could just create your experience like I just explained. I've been talking about this for a while. There are people who watch my videos, and just for me talking about Upwork for so long now, have started editing videos and gotten clients on Upwork, as you can see. So let's talk a little bit more about how this actually works, right? Here we have all the recent jobs that kind of match your skills, and this is kind of like a For You page of Upwork, right? Upwork shows you the jobs that are relevant to you. So if I were to go through this actually for myself, this one seems like an interesting one for me because I'm a social media manager. Looking for a social media manager to create and execute compelling strategy for Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. The ideal candidate understands how to whatever. Now you can start to look at some of the clients' stats. For example, they're in the United States. They've had 14 jobs on here, hired people for almost every job, it looks like. They've spent $7,000 on Upwork, paid out an average of $18 per hour, right? So not only can the client see information about you, but you can also see the client's history, make sure that they're a good client. And this is important because there are a couple things we want to pay attention to here, right? When you're first starting out and you have no experience, I do recommend taking some lower paying jobs and not being scared to go for those, because you have to build your experience and it's harder to get those higher paying jobs without any actual work experience. So here's some things that I look out for just off the bat, right? This client has an hourly range of $13 to $45, which is a really wide range. So it means they're going to be getting applications from all over the world, some lower bids, some higher bids. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you're going for only the higher paying jobs, I wouldn't go for something like this because it looks like they would probably have a lot of lower bids on this job as well because the hourly range is so big. In my opinion, I don't really like to take hourly jobs, and I know a lot of the other social media managers on Upwork feel the same way. If you want to build a business, charging hourly for your time is not the best way to go. You should be charging for the value you provide. But if you did want to go the freelancer route and kind of, work for another company, then you can do hourly as well, especially if you're starting out. I don't think it's such a big deal as to get your foot in the door and get some experience, but if you're looking to build out a business, I would stick to a project rate as opposed to hourly. And even some of these people that are pitching hourly, right? So they're saying they're looking to pay this hourly. You can kind of calculate something that would probably make sense for them in terms of a fixed monthly rate and just pitch them on that instead. So that's something I would do, and that's something that I always do when getting these clients, right? I do apply to these hourly jobs, but when we end up getting on a meeting or something, I pitch them on a fixed monthly rate, and it seems to work out pretty well for me so far. So in this video, I'm not going to actually go in and apply to these, but if you want to see me do that and have questions about that, definitely join the school community. Now, this is just my feed, but let's see, for example, the video editing jobs that are up right now. All right, here we can see already video editor needed for a clip compilation. This is posted 5 minutes ago. They only have a budget of $25, but again, if you're a complete beginner, you've never worked on anything, you only have a portfolio of videos that you've created yourself, I would not really shy away from taking this job because Upwork will then start to show on your profile that you've completed jobs, and that builds trust with clients too, because if you choose to, you can show on Upwork how much money you've made on the platform and how many jobs you've completed. And again, this really helps build trust with clients. And once you start taking more jobs and completing jobs on Upwork, your clients that you're applying to see that, and that definitely helps you win a lot more clients. So you can see these things were posted 5 and 6 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago, 9 minutes ago. Video editing is super popular right now, and I think there are a lot of YouTubers and just creators in general that are looking to get on the short form content wave. Video editing is probably the best one to start as a complete beginner right now. You can go on YouTube, spend a couple days or a week learning how to edit videos, again, practicing with videos that you make completely on your own, just taking screen recordings of other YouTubers' videos and working on those, and you can jump right into it and start making money on Upwork. Now, it's not just the easiest thing in the world. You do have to be really consistent on Upwork, sending out proposals every single day, at least 5 to 10 if you're a complete beginner. That'll help you get the ball rolling. And eventually, hopefully, if you're sending the right messages and the right proposals, you will start to get responses, and you can try to get people on Zoom meetings from there after they respond to you, and you can pitch your services to them and try to close them on the Zoom meetings. That's usually how it works on Upwork. Now, the one caveat about Upwork is you do have to pay for what's called connects to apply to jobs. So if we click on this one here, if we try to apply, okay, we can see send a proposal for 7 connects, right? And that's kind of a lower one. They're usually higher in my case. Connects are basically like credits that you have to buy to send proposals. So if you have a part-time job or something, you're already working, it might not be a bad idea to invest some money into connects, send proposals if you really are serious about growing an online business, because again, this is a great way to get started. And once you get your first 1 or 2 clients, they start paying for connects. So it's kind of like an investment into your future business. You can use that money you get from the first couple of clients to keep buying connects, sending more proposals, getting more clients. And again, it's not that easy. It's just not that simple. You do have to be really consistent, constantly reworking the proposals that you're sending, making sure that clients are resonating with what you're sending. You can't be just sending out AI generated proposals all the time. You do have to make them personalized and tailored to, the client's specific needs. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but again, it is by no means the hardest thing in the world. I've spent years of time and thought on trying to get clients different ways, whether that be through cold calling, cold messaging, cold email, through ads. And not to say that those things don't work, because they do if you do them right. But as a complete beginner, this is definitely the way to go. I also do want to show you my profile so you can see what that looks like. So here we have the public view of my profile, and this is what you would see if you were a client looking at my profile. When I send you a proposal to your job, you can kind of click and this is what you would see. Like I said, Upwork shows about how much money you made on the platform, but people take jobs off of Upwork. So let's say you get a client on Upwork and after a little while you start charging them somewhere else because Upwork has a lot of fees. So this is not completely accurate because there are clients that have been off of Upwork. It's technically against the rules, but everybody does it. Um, yeah, so you can see the earnings and stuff, and you could see my work history, clients I've worked with, reviews they've given me. So it gives you a good history, and Upwork does a good job of keeping your history on here. And like I said, the more you do on here, the more clients you get. Once you start to build some work history, it really helps build some trust with clients that see you on here. So the more you do on here, the better it gets. And the more jobs you do, you actually start to get some inbound messages if your profile looks good. So some clients will just send you a message directly without even posting a job, asking you, for your rates or whatever the case is. It only says 87 total hours here, again, because I haven't done that many hourly jobs. I prefer to do fixed rates. But yeah, that's kind of an overview of Upwork and how it works and why it is the best method to use to go from 0 to 5K per month as a complete beginner. Again, this is not some shiny new sales hack that you can use. This is something that people have been doing for a while, but it's something that works. So it's why I always recommend it. If you want to ask me questions or want more tips on Upwork, definitely join my school community, which is again the first link in my description. Subscribe to my channel if you want more videos just like this. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.